Hezbollah doesn't just hate Jews in Israel, they hate the Christians too. We've got the video showing them blowing up a church in the Galilee and bragging about it. You're not going to like this story. Hezbollah, the terror organization that's sort of the sister terror group to Hamas, is in the north of Israel, in Lebanon and Syria. Their specialty, not a joke, is terrorizing Christians. I want to show you a video that I was sent by the IDF this morning. A good friend of mine sent me this video. It's in Arabic, but I'm going to tell you about it right now. It's a short one. Check this out.
Ya Rasulullah.
Let me explain what you just saw. That's a Christian church in the Galilee. You know, the Galilee from the Bible. Okay. There was a caretaker in the church, an older Christian man that is the caretaker of the church. It was hit by a missile fired by Hezbollah. And as you saw, the footage was captured by their drone. And after they blew up the church, those guys that you see in the second part of the video rushing towards the church are IDF troops that were guarding the church. They ran in to rescue the Christian man who was blown up by Hezbollah. 6 of those soldiers were in the church when the second missile hit. They are blasting this all over the news, the Hezbollah news stations in Syria and Lebanon, showing how they are conquering the Christians. Now, this poor guy is just the caretaker of the church. And the soldiers that went in, who are Jewish, went to save his life and gave up theirs because they were brutally attacked. This is who Israel is fighting. And Hezbollah in the north is much more powerful, much more armed than Hamas in the south. Better trained, better financed, with way more missiles, way more drones, way more soldiers, and possibly as many tunnels under the northern border as Hamas dug under the southern border. Hezbollah is no different than Hamas. They are vicious barbarians.
Was the church shooting rockets at them for them to shoot the rocket? Was the church was the church maybe shooting bullets at them from a sniper from the location? Was the church, inciting people rally together like they're doing here in Chicago to go fight and harm innocent people? I'm trying to figure out what gave them this whole idea that they need to take out this Christian church. What was the church doing that they felt so threatened by it?
The Quran has the instruction to take out the non-believer. The Christian man.
But Christians do believe. Christians do believe in God.
Well, but they don't follow Allah. And that's the fatal mistake. And you can see how they're celebrating it. It is all over the news this morning in Syria and in Lebanon. How glorified these guys are that shot 2 missiles at the church and killed Israelis, both Christians and Jews, who
In
had
Galilee.
the audacity of taking care of a Christian structure, a church in the Galilee. The Galilee.
Yeah, the Galilee. So has Israel responded?
Oh, yeah.
Has-
Syria is being bombed right now.
So I guess the next story is this: how dare Israel do this? How dare they do this? They're doing genocide.
Oh, yeah. It'll be an unprovoked attack on the poor citizens of Syria and Lebanon, and they'll leave out the part about the glorification of the slaughter of the Christian and the Jews and the destruction of the church, which is all over the news this morning. Don't let anybody ever tell you that it's not just about it, that it's just about Israel, because it's not.
No,
This
it's not.
is Europe. This is why they're blowing up churches in France, in Belgium, in the Netherlands, okay, in Germany, in England, in Ireland. It's everywhere, and it's just
You know what?
going to get worse.
You know what, Barry? I know we don't go in like to a deep dive about, what the Bible says or even the Torah, right? We don't go into deep dive on it, but we know that the scriptures tells us that in the last days that this conflict will be happening. We know it. I mean, and I truly believe that the scriptures they've warned us, and I truly believe that we are seeing what the scriptures told us that would happen, and that is happening right now. And it's going to get to the point to where the world, because Barry, all this propaganda that they're putting out there, Israel simply defending themselves from these cockroaches, from these monsters, but they said Israel is in the wrong. They're saying it doesn't make a lick of sense, and so many people are going along with that stupidity. Blatantly going along with the stupidity. It's so bad. Well, Jesus was a Palestinian. No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. It's like the most idiot.
Yeah, that was invented in Moscow in 1964.
I mean, Barry, it's like, but you know what? They don't care. They don't care. The propaganda is what they want to believe because the propaganda feels good to them. They like the lie. They like the way the lie feels. You know why? Because they are of their father, Satan, the great liar. That's the reason why they like it.
Is there anybody on the planet that has 2 brain cells that are operational that doesn't know Jesus was a Jew who lived in the Galilee?
Yeah, there are a few. There are a few. I mean, you'd be surprised. There are a few. I see them all the time. I mean, it's like, and they're so naive and so stupid to everything. And this, what it really comes down to, Barry? They have dark hearts. They have so much hatred in them, and the truth is not in them. So they would rather just spew the lie and continue to push the lie rather than acknowledging the truth.